We don't start life with a fully formed immune system. It needs to learn and grow throughout early childhood and life. And how we support its development shapes our lifelong health and resilience. As soon as a baby's born, it begins interacting with the outside world, especially the trillions of tiny microbes all around us. But instead of being helpless, that baby comes equipped with one of the most intelligent, adaptive systems in the universe, the immune system. I help naturally minded parents understand how to support this developing system to set their children up with the best foundation possible. By the end of this video, you'll understand the key factors that shape the immune system's natural development and strength. This knowledge empowers us to make informed decisions for our family's health, especially when it comes to supporting, not suppressing, this incredible design. Let's start at the very beginning with birth. A newborn's immune system is like a brand new security system installed in a house. The system has sensors and alarms, but it doesn't yet know who the good guys are and who the threats are. At birth, babies are already equipped with innate immunity, which is the body's first line of defense. This includes physical barriers like skin and mucous membranes, as well as white blood cells that react quickly to unfamiliar invaders. But innate immunity is nonspecific. It reacts broadly and not precisely. What the babies don't have yet is a developed adaptive immune system, the part that learns from specific encounters and remembers those pathogens to better protect itself in the future. So how do new babies stay protected? Well, the cool thing is they actually borrow immune protection from their mothers. In the third trimester of pregnancy, the mother's IgG antibodies pass through the placenta and equip the baby with temporary defenses based on the mother's immune memory. This helps protect the infant during those early months of life. And that's not all. When a baby is breastfed, mom's breast milk continues to provide protective antibodies, particularly secretory IgA, along with immune cells, enzymes, prebiotics that not only protect the baby from infections, but also guide the development of their own immune system. We'll talk more about that in a minute. This immune protection that gets borrowed from mom is called passive immunity. Now, the moment of birth and the way a child enters the world plays a vital role in shaping the body's early immune development. This process, known as microbial seeding, is how a newborn first encounters and welcomes the helpful microbes that train their immune system and form the foundation of their own microbiome. When a baby is born vaginally, they pass through the birth canal and are coated with the mother's vaginal and gut bacteria, including helpful species like lactobacillus and Bacteroides. These microbes aren't dangerous. They actually become the baby's first microbial teachers. They help train the immune system to learn the difference between the good guys and the bad guys. And this early guidance is called immune tolerance education. It lays the foundation for a more balanced, less reactive immune system for life. You can think of the birth canal as a welcome mat into the microbial world, and that bacteria provides the foundation for gut and immune health. Now, what about babies born via cesarean section? Well, their initial microbial exposure tends to differ. Instead of maternal vaginal flora, they're often first colonized with skin and hospital-based bacteria such as Staphylococcus, Enterococcus, and Klebsiella. This difference has been shown to influence early immune and health development. That said, it's incredibly important to approach this conversation with compassion. Many mothers who have cesarean births make that choice after great effort or in urgent, unexpected situations. While we can acknowledge that path of microbial exposure is different, we can also explore ways to support and nurture the baby's developing microbiome, and therefore the immune system, in thoughtful ways after birth. So what can be done? Some parents explore vaginal seeding, which is when maternal swabs are used to transfer microbes to the baby. And studies have shown that these have benefits to the baby compared to cesarean births that didn't employ this microbiota transfer. More research is still unfolding here, and current medical guidance varies on this. Breastfeeding also plays a significant role in restoring and supporting the baby's developing microbiome. Skin-to-skin contact helps transfer beneficial bacteria from mother to baby, and probiotics, dietary, and lifestyle support also can enhance microbial diversity and immune resilience. And for those wondering, do water births affect microbial exposure? Studies showed that babies born vaginally in water still receive maternal vaginal flora. The water doesn't sterilize or wash away the beneficial microbes, although the microbial mix might be slightly altered, but the core exposure, especially if birth is undisturbed, is still present. Now let's talk about breastfeeding. Breast milk is more than just food. It's truly living medicine for the baby. It provides a personalized immune infusion that adapts to the baby's changing needs. Some of its key ingredients include secretory IgA, which coats the gut lining and prevents pathogen attachment, something called human milk oligosaccharides, which feed beneficial gut bacteria. There's lactoferrin, which binds iron to limit bacterial growth, and of course, immune cells and stem cells, which support immune and tissue development, and also biofeedback. When a baby is sick, their saliva signals changes in breast milk composition to help fight that specific infection. I have a few breastfeeding specific videos on the channel for those who want to learn more. In essence, breastfeeding is not just protecting a baby from infection, it's helping to program the developing immune system. Even partial breastfeeding has benefits. Every drop matters. As babies grow into toddlers and preschoolers, their immune systems begin to explore the world through engaging with their surroundings by touching, tasting, and interacting with their environment. This stage is all about learning through experience. Every exposure to a microbe, whether from dirt, food, or a runny-nosed friend or a pet, helps the immune system to learn what's helpful, what's harmless, and what calls for a more tailored response. Around 6 months of age, those protective maternal antibodies passed through the womb, that passive immunity, begins to fade. But ongoing breastfeeding can help extend this protection by providing continued immune support and guidance during this transition time, as the child's own immune system is developing on its own. Mild illnesses like the occasional cold or fever are also part of this natural education. They act like mini training sessions for the immune system, giving it the chance to practice and grow stronger. When a child has a strong terrain, good nutrition, time in nature, emotional security, and minimal toxic exposure, the immune system can often process new encounters quietly without dramatic symptoms. My video on terrain goes deeper on this. That said, modern life does bring more environmental and chemical stressors than our bodies were designed for. But health is our natural state, and the body is always working to return to balance. The good news is there's a lot we can do to support that process. Now, as children enter puberty, their immune systems continue to evolve. Hormonal changes interact deeply with immune function. Estrogen enhances immune response, which may explain why autoimmune conditions are more common in females. Testosterone can have a moderating or even suppressive effect on immune response. And during adolescence, the body's T cells and B cells become more specialized. These are the defenders and memory builders of the immune system, allowing faster and more accurate responses to previously encountered threats. Adolescence also is a time when lifestyle patterns like sleep, stress management, and food choices begin to influence long-term immune health. By adulthood, the immune system is typically well equipped to respond to daily life. It has memory, adaptability, and usually knows what to do. But that doesn't mean it's invincible. Adulthood can bring its own set of immune challenges. When present, chronic stress can suppress immune function through elevated cortisol. Sleep deprivation, ultra-processed foods, and sedentary habits can dampen immune strength as well. And environmental toxins and even emotional trauma can disrupt immune regulation at deeper levels. The goal in adulthood now becomes less about training the immune system and more about supporting its regulation. Some of these factors include consuming nutrient-rich whole foods, engaging in regular movement and exercise, allowing for adequate rest and recovery, prioritizing time outside in nature and in community, and addressing one's emotional and spiritual connection and well-being. This is where the concept of terrain becomes central. A strong, adaptable terrain is the key for long-term health. So why does understanding immune development matter? Because today we're often taught to fear illness, to oversanitize, suppress, and avoid symptoms at all costs. But symptoms are our messengers, and illness, particularly in early life, does not always signify a major concern. The immune system learns through interaction. It needs exposure and information from the world around us to develop properly. When things don't go as planned, such as when a natural birth becomes a C-section, or when there are breastfeeding challenges, or when kids do get sick more often, there's always room for support, healing, and recovery. The body is incredibly adaptive, and rarely are there dead ends. I'd love to see us both move away from this fear-based model of health and understand the body more deeply to honor its wisdom. So to recap immune development, babies are born equipped with innate immunity and receive maternal antibodies in utero and through breast milk. Vaginal birth provides microbial seeding that helps guide immune development, but there are supportive tools for babies born via cesarean. Breastfeeding is a dynamic immune guide, not just nutrition alone. Early exposures help train the adaptive immune system, and some illness is normal, but constant sickness isn't always necessary, and this depends on terrain strength. Adolescence brings immune refinement through hormonal influence and immune memory, and adulthood is about maintaining balance, supporting the terrain, and responding wisely to stress and one's environment. If this video gave you new insights, subscribe for more content on natural health. And if you're looking for more practical ways to support the immune system holistically, check out my free guide linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and remember, your body is always working for you, not against you. When we support it well, it can do what it was beautifully designed to do.